They don't want to work. They don't want to do this. They're trying to do all this shit.
Brandon, remember we was talking earlier, and you added in the X in the equation, and you said, "Oh, it's the same thing," and I said, "No, you threw in an X, so that changes it."
There's two types of people in each generation. In each generation, there's the people that go along for the ride, and then there's the people that ask the question, "Why are things like that?" They question everything. So if
I'm still trying to ask why.
So you're not asking why. You're giving a definitive explanation that's supposed to cover everything, and you can't generalize everything. That's what you're doing.
No, that's what I've been trying to say. Like, you can't generalize all of these situations.
Person, if Louis Gossett Jr. was trying to tell me something, and he's old school as hell.
He is.
Now,
if Iron Eagle
something that I didn't quite understand, right? And I wasn't getting his perspective. The type of person I am, I'm going to ask, so, Louis, why do you say that? But someone who isn't on my wavelength that even cares, i.e. the person going along for the ride, they'll be like, yeah, whatever, old man, it's a new generation. And then, so what results from that is ignorance.
You're trying to keep us from being like your parents, it sounds like. Because my parents aren't old. My parents are with the times. My parents are only 20 years younger than me. My dad's only 18 years younger than me.
All right, you say that. But by the way, pause. Hold on. Sherelle, if I told your dad right now to go on Pirate Bay,
that still exists?
It does.
Wow.
Wait, see, hold on. See, that's what I'm talking about. If I told your dad right now to go on Pirate Bay and download the entire discography for Lil Wayne, would he know what to do?
Lil Wayne?
I wouldn't even know what to do. I never had Pirate Bay.
Right, but see, wait, and Shane's laughing because he knows that's already old. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you forget, I'm from Ohio. I've had a whole different set of experiences, different things that were important, that were certain
pause. It don't matter if he's from Ohio or not.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we never used that where I'm from.
Yes, you did. You didn't.
I didn't. So but what I'm saying is my parents aren't really old. Like, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, there's a couple things that they are not into, but for the most part, they're pretty with the times.
That wasn't a fair question because you asked her a question which she has no perspective on anyway.
Perspective, she should. Wait, all right, it's the same perspective as knowing what Napster is, LimeWire, all those. The same perspective.
Only use people from my generation that don't know what that is. Why? Yeah. Because they have no perspective on it. They're not into those things. They have no affinity to even think about. So it's like me, if I talk to somebody about, putting a turbocharger on a car, they drive a car, but they know nothing about automotive.
All right, Sherelle, you know what Napster is?
We used more of LimeWire than Napster.
Okay, but you know what Napster is, but you use them in Lime. See, that's what negates what you're saying, Shane. They know what it is. But if she would have asked her parents, her dad,
my mom would know how to use LimeWire because we used to have it.
She know how to use LimeWire right now.
She had Facebook before me. She, my mom is kind of up. She knows what's going on.
Sort of.
All of that.
Sort of. All right.
Everything is relative. I mean,
it's
extremely relative.
I grew up somewhere totally different.
I'll explain that.
And I'm trying to. All right. And like for real, I feel it's a hopeless cause. I'm really trying to keep the millennials that I know from becoming our parents with the shit that we do.
You're trying to keep them from becoming your parents.
All right, fine. You say that. You say that I'm trying to keep from becoming my parents.
Because you Okay, because you have much older parents, correct?
I do.
I remember you saying that. How much older are they than you?
They were very old compared to me.
Yeah, like I said, my mom is 55.
All right, my mom was turning 70.
Yeah, my mom was born in
dad.
1961, and my dad was born.
My mom was born in 1950.
So
my dad is 53.
You out both of us as far as old parents.
Yeah, I don't have
that. All right, I got y'all beat on that. But what I don't want you to do.
Like we don't.
Okay, all right. So here what I don't.
I think we could date the same people. Like we're literally at that age of being like.
All right. What I don't want where y'all. I don't want y'all to get to the point where y'all don't know what's going on. Like. I don't want y'all to get to that point.
Well, that's not going to happen because I just told you from the beginning that I question everything. So how would I be ignorant?
Just because you question shit doesn't mean you understand what's going on.
Well,
it ain't even that I don't always understand it. Sometimes I just don't like it.
Well, the person
that's something else. The comfortability of taking the learning curve. How comfortable are y'all taking the learning curve?
No, it's some things I'm cool with. It's certain things I'm not. That's all.
What do you do with the things you're not?
Complain about them and go on because they don't care. They're still.
All right, so that's when y'all become the old people. Damn it, y'all become the old people when y'all start doing that shit.
That's not old to me. That's expressing an opinion of.
All right.
What I like and don't like.
All right, I got you. But eventually, you became the old people that don't like the fact that we can't write checks anymore or use stamps or like all that shit. It was like, I don't like it because.
But I'm trying to get you to understand. You never asked the question, why are these people against certain things?
Because of familiarity. They're familiar with it.
You're assuming that.
I asked them.
No, you're making an assumption that they're just old, and that's it.
I asked them why they don't want to move forward. They're like, well, I know this. I know it works. I'm comfortable. I asked this question.
Brandon, it's moving forward to you.
Yeah,
some people, their perception is, oh, this is a step backward.
No. The thing is, it's like I find this, and I've known Brandon a long time. Brandon can ask somebody something, and then they try to answer him definitively in relation with what he's asking, and then he will cut them off and force feed them his definition. And that's where the frustration comes in. You're not listening to the people you're talking to.
All right. So let me listen to y'all.
Active listening.
Active. I will nod and respond.
Yeah, because I mean that's you've done that a lot. You be like, Shane, how come you don't like cherry ice cream? And I'll be like, because it's a little too sweet. No, it's not too sweet. It's because you're old.
It's not.
Shane, I would like to welcome you back to the podcast anytime you choose.
Let's bring it. I'm bringing it, yo. I'm bringing it because, I understand what you're saying about me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get you on the trends of this. I don't want y'all to be on a situation where your kids and your grandparents are telling y'all, like, y'all ain't up on the new shit.
Right. Well, all right. You want to advance yourself, right? The best way
I want to advance y'all with me.
See, he did it again.
No, I want to I want to advance y'all with me. Y'all like, no, fuck that. I want to be old.
Nobody's like, no, fuck that.
We never said that. You just keep over talking both of us.
All right. I'm gonna shut up because.
So the best way to get people to get on board with you is just to let them. You can't force them. The moment you start dragging people with you, they ain't gonna want to be with it. You got to give people the chance to really feel out for themselves.
So I gotta feel good about it, whether or not it makes sense or not.
No,
you gotta feel good about it.
At all. You said that.
You said the word feel. You said feel.
People need grace and space to learn and to grow. You got to give them the grace and space to grow.
The space is there.
you can plant the seed. Hey, you should check out this. That's your only job, is to plant the seed.
I mean,
when they grow is when they decide to grow.
I mean, because check this. I have 3 businesses. Okay, so
Cool.
If you know, I'm old if I'm not trying to do nothing to survive. You know.
Right.
But I am, so, and it's tough. It's like by the time lunchtime comes around, I'm ready to take a nap, and it's not because I'm old, it's because I'm already tired.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's like and I've just learned this over the past 15 years. If you really want people to like really kind of relate to you, you just have to kind of let them be. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
they'll make the decisions for themselves.
See, that's the issue I have, though.
Let me
They
finish.
make decisions for themselves, and then they decide to be old.
Because most people that want to grow,
Damn it.
they want to learn about what they're growing towards first. You know what I mean? And
The issue I have with this is the same people that decided. I'm talking to the people that decided 10 years ago that they wanted to never get old.
well, nobody wants to get old.
Oh, okay. Right. So then I'm like, hey, this is what's happening right now. They're like, well, that sucks. Well, you never want to get old. This is what's happening right now.
I don't feel a need for a Snapchat. I don't feel a need for it personally.
Yeah,
That
and
doesn't mean
I
that
have Snapchat, and I understand what it is.
I don't have it. I don't have it. I've never had it. I don't have no desire to have it. I do have TikTok though. I have that. I've posted videos. I've participated in that. I have Instagram.
I can explain.
I can't think of nothing else.
My
Like
biggest
I have
following-
to pick and choose for myself what I feel is necessary and what I don't.
I got you. I can explain to you why the Snapchat exists. You want to know why Snapchat exists?
I understand why it exists. That's the thing. Like, just because
I can tell you what
like
I was told why Snapchat exists. It was supposed to be a reincarnation of the Vines, but that's what somebody told me.
No, it came before Vine.
Vines.
It came before Vine. The reason why Snapchat exists is because it was the answer to doing things on social media without having to worry about it being in cyberspace forever. Now it's changed since then, but there was the answer to that situation. So us having Facebook and MySpace and all those things, it was like, okay, can I do something on social media and connect with my network without having it to be there forever? And
Okay, that's
Snapchat
fine.
did it.
That's
Okay.
fine. And I still don't feel the need to have one or care about it or feel like it's necessary. Now I understand that
I
others.
understand where you're coming from, Sherelle, because most people, they gravitate towards things that have some sort of benefit for them, or else they don't deal with it. It's just that simple.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with not wanting to be in the know. It's just that, okay, is this beneficial to me in my life in any capacity? If not, I don't need it.
Yeah, that's it.
You
And
know?
don't mean that you don't understand it. Don't mean that it doesn't mean any of that.
Right. I mean, yeah, I mean, if we go rewind a little bit to the to like old generation versus new generation, I remember some new artist I was talking crap about Prince, saying that
Oh no! Wait, what?
yeah. He was saying, I'm gonna have to paraphrase because it was this long ago.
Uh-huh.
He was saying that, you know, like who is Prince to me? You know, it's like he ain't got skills. And then wait, and it's like,
Oh
okay,
my God!
Prince plays 11 instruments.
44. You're way short.
Okay, but that's still proving my point. Prince is like musically a god compared to this mumble rapper that was talking crap. You know what I mean?
Yes, he's a god to most musicians.
And
Ever.
that bolsters my point that the most recent generation does not have a willingness to want to understand everything because, and this is where you kept cutting me off, they don't want to question anything. They just go along with it.
All right. Okay. So this is kind of where I get frustrated because yes and no. So I understand I definitely all the way as a Prince fan to the fullest, and in our generation, I understand what you're saying.
Now, I don't want to say that's everybody in the most recent generation.
No, I'm not even saying that. It's true. Just I like our generation did the same thing though. That's where my frustration comes with.
Yeah,
there's our generation not understanding with the same thing.
And so, I illustrated that.
Right.
I have a hard time with that because I feel like our generation, some of us kind of paid homage to the ones like I'm thinking of music. Like you had
okay, there's the context right there. So we'll stay on that.
Okay. Yeah. They paid homage to the people that was before, like the singing groups, the boy bands. They were thinking of the some of the older male groups, the Temptations. They thought of them and copied their work. You know, Michael Jackson was looking at James Brown, and that you hear them saying this, like from you hear them actually saying, "Oh, I used to look at this person. I used to watch this." But this new generation, they won't even claim that they've ever seen.
This new generation don't even know what day it is because they're just sipping lean all day.
They can't tell time on a unless it's a digital clock.
And there's nothing acceptable about that at all. There shouldn't be anything acceptable about that.
All right, I'll give you an example. Okay. When you say this, gotcha. Listen, I want you to answer this question.
Okay.
Who invented the moonwalk?
The dude from from the Shalimar. I was about to say the name wrong.
I couldn't tell you.
All I can tell you is it's one of the Soul Train dancers from I believe the group Shalimar. He created the dance.
Okay, so Sherelle is right.
Okay.
But our generation, so Sherelle, she's a musician, she loves music, she's on the same level I'm at, cool. But if you ask the regular non-musician about the moonwalk, you say, moonwalk, what are they gonna say? Shane, what are they gonna say about the moonwalk? I'm asking you, you're not a musician per se. If I say moonwalk to who you gonna say?
All right, I'm gonna give you an honest answer. When you ask me that question, that automatic, since I'm a critical thinker and I question everything, the first thing I thought is, why would he ask me that question if Michael Jackson didn't do it?
He didn't.
So I didn't say that. I answered with
But you don't know. And here's the question. How much do you care? For answering the question. Who did it then?
I was trying to tell you, if Michael Jackson didn't do it, I don't know. My answer.
You don't know. My question. Part of my question is, why do you care? Like, do you care who other than Michael Jackson invented like the moonwalk itself?
I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So I was saying, if you ask me that question, that must mean it's a possibility Michael Jackson didn't do it. All I could say is I could tell you who I saw do it first, but who was it? And now to answer your question, why would I care? Because that would be interesting if Michael Jackson wasn't the one who invented it. It would be interesting to know.
All right. Who was the first one who did the moonwalk?
What Sherelle said?
Oh, I'm asking you.
You asking me?
I'm asking you. So Sherelle is correct,
I can only speak for myself. My instinctual answer would be I don't know, because if you're going to answer that, if
you don't know
that question, if you're going to ask me that question, I'm not going to assume that it's somebody else if you're going to ask me a question that generally most people would say that. That's just me.
Right. Yeah, correct. So it's not Michael Jackson, whatever.
Right.
The reason why I asked you that question is less about Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk, is more about the mentality people have towards that type of situation. So Jeffrey Daniel of the Shirelles. What?
I got a similar question. Who invented the 1-inch punch?
Sure. It was not Bruce Lee. It was not. He learned it from somebody.
Okay.
I don't know.
Again, same approach. Same approach with that. Wait.
Right, now you understand where I was coming from. So the 1-inch punch.
Right, I do. And I'm trying. The whole point of this is trying to tell you that there, you and me, and even Sherelle, we have a curiosity about the people that develop the thing that we know is iconic and classic, and it's that thing. Like we all know, despite who invented the damn moonwalk, doesn't matter as much as the fact that it's Michael Jackson's iconic fucking thing. All right, and we have a situation where we have generations that don't, especially now, that don't care where it came from. And it was bad during our generation, but it's even worse now. They don't give a fuck what the origin is. They care more about
that's what I've been saying.
Who made it a thing. And
I won't even say that because some of them don't even know it's a thing.
They don't know where they are.
The boy said I listened to Oprah.
And I'm trying.
I listened to R&B.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you said that. And me and you laughed.
That the moonwalk is like some iconic dance.
Yeah, and me and you laugh about that because we know better than that. But I'm trying to get our generation to understand that we have also done that to our parents. And I think a lot of people don't understand that situation. Like,
it's been done before, but it still evolves in its own way. It's not the exact same thing. It's not.
All right.
Because you
yes
added
and no.
in that.
Well, let's see.
Like I said, you added in that X to the equation. There's always that extra thing that kind of changes it just a little bit.
There is. So why is it that our generation can't know what that X is?
There are some similarities, but now we have the internet and technology.
All right, which makes it worse to me. To me, it makes it worse. It makes it worse because, yes, we have the internet. Now we have access to all the information that we ever wanted to know about everything, and we still don't know it. Like, the fact that, all right, for us, as black people, the Soul Train line, we do it at the fucking family reunions and parties and shit, that actually started as a white thing before us. And, well, sort of. But we don't even know that or talk about that or like it's not a thing. Like before it was the Soul Train line at the damn family reunions and in parties, it was known as the stroll, and it happened in the 50s, and the white folks did it, and we did it better. People don't even talk about that shit. They don't know about it. They don't care about it. It was a thing. Now, and this is time when, like, the brown paper bag test was a situation where you can't go to the party unless you were light enough. Like, this is all right. This is the type of thing. And man, I can be by myself. If I'm by myself, I'm fine. It bothers the fuck out of me. Like, we're doing shit that we don't even know what the context or history of.
Why do you feel that so many people in our generation don't care about understanding things?
because they don't know it already. So, all right, that's the reason why I'm saying that shit. The reason I say that the like Google and Wikipedia and all having internet has made my feeling worse about it is because now we have more access to more information than we ever had before, and people are choosing not to dive into it. It's there. Before there was the excuse of I didn't know, I didn't have access. Now you got fucking access and you still choose not to know. And
you got to get out of Pittsburgh for a while, bro.
Dude, I can come to Detroit. Fine, let's go to Detroit. I can come where you're at. And I'm probably. Oh, I know I live in Detroit. Just Detroit. I don't want to go to the rest of y'all state. Rest of y'all state is fucked up. Just Detroit.
No. I don't hang out in Detroit. Detroit is trash. The rest of the state, you'll get exposure.
All right. So, all right. I'm willing to do that. Even if it's that situation, though, we have access to the entire world of information more than we've ever had in human history. All the seas, all the continents, all the thoughts and everything. We have access to all these things, and there's people who choose just not to know.
That's why I'm saying you just got to get out of Pittsburgh for a while.
God damn it!
Long enough to know.
I want to punch somebody. Like it aggravates the fuck out of me. Like what? And I know my personality type is different because I'm ENTP. And I'm like,
spend a week, right? Bring Bishop. We'll just chill. Because out here, where I live, check this out. The Clarence, you see those on a regular basis.
What?
Where do you live, Shay?
In Detroit.
No, I don't live in Detroit. I live in the Pontiac, Auburn Hills, Rochester Hills area of Michigan.
Which is close to what major city?
It's like 30 miles from Detroit, but if you know...
All right, Detroit. So then you live in Detroit, and...
If you know anything about Michigan...
I don't. There's lakes.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And y'all vote for Trump.
Pontiac, right? Drive 15 miles one direction, and it's abandoned everything. Drive 15 miles in the other direction, you'll see the most beautiful houses you've ever seen. You ever seen a 4-story house with a garage?
Yes.
With a garage that's 5,600 square feet. Just the garage.
Yeah, we got those in Pittsburgh.
But you don't have them with the deals that they have around here. I always get invited to these events called car guy houses or something like that. There was this house. It had a what was it? I want to say it was a 3,500 square foot garage, and that was just a garage. You could fit 7 cars in it, and it still had a 3-bedroom house, 1 level, full basement that was just as big as the garage, and the house was only $350,000.
What's up? If I come to see you in Detroit, I'm going to Hitsville. We're going to first stop. Hitsville, USA. I got to stop by.
What, Hicksville? Did you say Hicks?
No, not Hicks. Hitsville. Hitsville, Hitsville, USA.
Okay.
Please tell me as a black person you know what that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sherelle, what is... There we go. Let's say, Sherelle, what's Hitsville, USA?
You talking about the hood?
Come on. No, I'm talking about fucking Motown. We're talking about Marvin Gaye Temptations. We're talking about... Yes, Hitsville, USA.
Okay.
All right, we got to wrap it up. We've been out here since 9 o'clock.
I know. There's so much to cover now. All right. We're going to stop.
I'll take you to Motown.
Yeah, I know. We're going to do it going 100... Wait. All right. What speed does your car max out at right now?
Well, I gotta get a new ECU because the one I have is limited right now. And
Okay, beyond all the equipment that you wish you had and want to have, because we know
all
that
I need is
me and you know that a car is never done. There's always some shit we want to have extra. Right now, what did your car do?
0 to 60, 5.6 seconds,
Top speed.
160.
All right. We're gonna do 140 to go to Motown. All right, because me and you both know that it's never enough. It's never like, I'm done with this car. It's done. No, it's not. Ever. So,
All right,
yeah.
Brandon. Final thoughts.
Yeah, you definitely got to come out here. There's like car meets all the time.
well, yeah.
All the
It's
time.
Detroit.
Motor City,
It's
so.
Motor City. Like, there are plenty of songs about the city being about cars. That's just music.
And-
Yes, I already know.
And out here they believe Slim Shady is the rap god and all that.
Well, 8 Mile. I mean, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I completely disagree, but hey.
What?
He's dope, but I don't know.
All right. We'll talk about that later because we only got another 3 hours to talk about this.
We eat him alive in a cipher with no problem.
All right. So, final thought is that I do not wish for our generation to lose the momentum and mentality of being able to be adaptable to an old generation and a new generation. And I would like to continue to try to keep us in that balance. So that's my final thought. So that's why I get frustrated. Because I want to keep us there. And when people tell me, well, I'm getting old now.
No,
Damn
man.
it. Oh, my God.
You're fine. You're fine. You just need to get out of Pittsburgh for a while. That place is the Twilight Zone.
I can get out, and that's fine. We can do that. But I'm tired of hearing people that are like, I'm too old now. I want to take a nap, and I want to listen to 90s hip-hop.
Look, when I was in Pittsburgh, I would talk to people, and they would say stuff with such lack of intelligence that it would look like their eyes were pointing in two different directions.
I got you, but I never want to hear again about they're too old for something. I don't want. Like, we're not that too old generation. I don't think we are.
No, I used to work at the Best Buy on McKnight Road, and there was a woman who was 65 working in the tech department, and she knew more than I did about computers. I learned stuff from her.
Got you.
So,
and there are definitely those rare gems, for sure. There are definitely but I'm telling you,
at
lately
the time I was thinking to myself, it's like she was around when the abacus was invented. How can she know?
There are those people but then lately I've been hearing people want to take naps and wake up earlier, and they don't want to party, and they just and then they talk about politics.
That's got to do with where their priorities lie personally.
I don't know about that.
I love a good nap.
Yo, what?
I take a nap almost daily.
Almost. Did you do that when you were 14?
I have to take a nap because I can't keep my eyes open.
See, right. So, but all right. Even beyond the physical requirements.
Okay.
We're talking about people that we're at the point. Yeah, we're at the point where they have shut themselves off, though. So you listening to the oldie station on the radio, whatever. But when it comes to saying you shut yourself off to new trends, new information, new understandings, that's when I started having a problem, man. Like,
that's just a product of being in Pittsburgh too long. You're outgrowing that place. You need to get out.
Yeah, you're too ambitious for Pittsburgh.
You know what though? I've traveled. I've traveled to 11 countries. I've been to 11 countries, and I can't say that I feel that humans are different anywhere else.
Yeah, but traveling somewhere and living somewhere is two different things.
It is.
When you travel somewhere, you're still traveling with your same mindset, your same mentality. And
You haven't said
So
that.
where should I go? Where am I going with the newest shit?
Imposing your own day-to-day traditions and lifestyles and thoughts into where you are. You're not taking in their culture when you go.
You're 100%, Sherelle, and I know this because I've known a few celebrities, and it's like when they decide to detach and just leave, they come back with a new perspective on stuff because they had time to actually slow down and reprocess.
Yeah.
So where am I going that got the newest shit though? I don't want to go.
It's not about having the newest shit. It's about getting out of where you are.
Have you ever lived anywhere but Pittsburgh?
No, I haven't.
There you go. I've lived in like 3 or 4 different states.
Okay. And then I'm gonna ask you right now, what's the music that was released last week?
The music that I don't listen to the radio.
Okay, like
yeah, but he's not a music guy. You can't ask him about that.
I mean, what's your purpose for asking me a question about what's on the radio?
My question is this though. My question, not like, and I ain't about being on the radio. Fuck the radio. The radio is always 3 months behind anyways.
Yeah, and plus, from living in different cities, I know that when you go from one city to the other, radio stations play totally different stuff.
They do. But you know what, though? Here's the issue, though. It ain't about terrestrial radio. That's my issue here right now. Fuck terrestrial radio because everything's available anywhere. It doesn't even matter about where I live necessarily. Mm-hmm. If the culture doesn't change where I'm regularly interacting, and that
it ain't going to change unless it gets gentrified. Seriously.
Okay, so something else I've had a huge problem with is when someone's like, "Oh man, you gotta come to Miami, you gotta come to Atlanta because the nightlife is different." And then I'll ask them, so they're like, "Oh man, we gotta come to the nightclubs." And I did like 10 years ago. This was a question I asked them, "Hey, look, so your nightclubs are different than loud music, lighting, and bars." And, well, not really, but you got to experience it. No, it's the same shit.
No, it's not, Brandon. That's why he's saying you need to move.
Yeah, I'm not talking about nightclubs.
It's a progressive. It's a different mindset, and you guys, you only know that you can only challenge your mindset when you're around other people who don't.
My question, all right, and all right. So
I've been gone for 10 years.
So what's that? You live in Germany.
It's a crab in a barrel mindset where I'm from. But I've been gone for 10 years. I moved here, then I moved out the country.
Yeah, and I'm asking you, all right. So you live in Germany.
It's completely different. Like you won't know unless you are submerged in a different culture.
Okay, so I'm asking you. You live in Germany, right? What's the difference? You did for sure. In that short amount of time, tell me how it's different about having a stage with the sound system and the crowd. What's different in every place in the world?
The energy is different. The appreciation for the music is different. The reasons why people are there is different. The pay you get is different. It's a different experience completely.
All right, I'm gonna have to just take y'all for your word and just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not what you think.
So far, every time I've asked that question and I've gotten down to the actual math of it or the logic of it, it's the same shit.
Well,
it's the same.
It's the same shit because you're looking at it from a mindset of only having been here around people who think like you.
Well, what Brandon is saying, this is what I hear when he's saying. He's saying, it sounds like he's asking me, what's the difference from your toilet bowl versus my toilet bowl? And I'm trying to say, get out the bathroom. Get out the damn
All right.
bathroom. We ain't going back to the bathroom nowhere. We're trying to look at the rest of the goddamn house.
I like that, Shane.
All right.
That's a
I gotta go
wonderful,
somewhere
way of
else.
explaining it.
This
But
is
you know what? You know what?
Today I
You know
left
what?
Pittsburgh.
If I go somewhere and the bathroom sucks, what the fuck?
Then you
I'm
go
not
to
taking you to
another.
the bathroom, man. I'm taking you to the damn tennis court.
Where am I going? So like there, where am I going? Am I going to Germany? Going to Detroit? Where am I going? Where the bathroom don't suck, because the bathroom sucks here.
Man, you're gonna come here and you're gonna be like, I've never seen an ACR Viper in my life till now.
Well, yeah, it's Detroit. I know it. So the thing is, I know I'm getting to Detroit. I know what I'm getting when I get there in terms of automotive life. Definitely, like,
especially if you roll with me, like my car is not like a super powerful car. It's not an expensive car.
yeah, what
But
the fuck ever. When you were here, do you not remember us being on the road, like racing between Homestead and Kennywood, and our ears popped because of the air pressure changing because of how fast we were fucking going?
Well,
We were
yeah.
going like 140 on Ardmore Boulevard. So yeah, and this is years later. I know your shit now is beyond that.
Yeah, you might want to wear a neck brace.
See what I mean? Right.
Like, I actually have a Snell-approved helmet when I go to the track.
Yes. So I'm ready for that experience. I'm done with this one.
Beyond that, though, I know there's places like let's see, Royal Oak.
Sure.
I'm just speaking from a single man perspective. There's lots of yoga pants walking around. All right, let me stop.
Well, all right, not a single man, so I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
No. But okay, I definitely want to take a trip to Detroit and see what's going on.
There's a place that's got dueling pianos that's pretty dope here too.
I'm always down for that. I'm always down for dueling pianos.
And
always.
Lots of places with unique food.
Yeah.
Some of them are overrated. Like I had a $16 cheeseburger before. I wasn't too impressed.
$16 cheeseburger?
Yeah, it was this
scam.
Well, yeah, it's a scam. I didn't know it was $16 until after I bought it. It's one of those places where it's got the menu but no prices. No,
hey, Brandon.
From this car meet, there was like 30 of us, and it was like, yo, let's go out to get something to eat. So we went to this place called Owl.
Got you.
The burger was good, but it's like the fact that it cost $16 kind of took some of the flavor.
Hey, Sherelle, what's up? You ready to end this? We got to cut this off. It's like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna do this again next week.
All right, sounds good. Just send me the link. Hey, Sherelle, you on Facebook? You're on mute. You're on mute, Sherelle.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Somebody called me in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting that you have a closed-minded perception of moving somewhere or finding out the scene is different in Miami or wherever. How is it different from what I'm already used to? It's interesting that you have that mindset with that, but you can't understand the mindset of a person who's like, I don't need that technology. I'm cool with what I have. What's the point of having that? It's the same thing. It's just a different topic. It's still it could be a closed-mindedness there, and it's a non-progressive ideology, you know, that's still there.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I don't disagree with what you're saying because you're right. It is. Let me say, I ask people, okay, what's the difference? And they'll mention something, and then I will match it with what's here. I was like, well, we got that here. And they'll, well, we got this. I'm like, well, we got that here.
Like,
And then, the only difference, yeah, the only difference they mention that is consistent is the timing. So in Pittsburgh, we close early compared to some other countries. Like, we go to New York, you know, New York, it'll be open till forever, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning.
The mindset is different. The opportunities are different, the this and that. But it's no different from when you say, like, we need smartphones, and that person's like, oh, I'm cool with the flip phone.
No, it's not, because when I say, hey, when I say the smartphone does this, and they're like, well, we can't do that. But if I say, you know,
do that, but it's still a phone, and it still calls. It does the same thing.
It doesn't.
Phone because they don't want the bill. It's not because they don't want the technology.
But all right, well, when I asked them, when they said, "Oh, you got to come down to the," because I've had this discussion. They'd be like, "Oh, man, you got."
The problem is that they didn't explain it to you in a way that you enjoyed. When you have the research in the palm of your hand, that you could look it up for yourself to see what the differences are.
But when I ask someone, okay, the nightlife, what's the difference? And then, you know, we talk about it, and I asked them the question of, well, there's loud music, colorful lighting, and alcohol. What's the difference? And they're like,
because they can't
and they don't have
the
nothing
way that you like, or that
and then,
you understand.
All right,
you got to talk to the people that have some exposure outside of your own, because it seems like you're talking people that have the same limited experiences as you. So there's not anything they could tell you that you don't already know. You got to talk to.
But they're so passionate. They're so passionate about, you got to experience Miami. I'm like,
maybe they
what you got?
The words about what, you know, maybe they can't articulate it.
You're asking people that only know about toilets, but not the rest of the house. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. All right. And I would love to have an experience beyond that.
With my final thought, I'm just pointing out that there's some similarity there.
Yeah. I would love to experience someone who can express why I should go around the world and not just go to Vegas.
Oh, you don't even have to go to around the world. You just got to get out of Pittsburgh.
There's a certain mentality, a certain mindset that is here that when you reach a certain space, it becomes
it's a black hole.
Yeah.
It's a black hole.
It becomes like a detriment. Like, honestly, I'm thinking about moving. I've been here 10 years. I'm thinking about moving. It's time.
Okay.
But this was a step forward from where I grew up at.
Maybe I'm not looking for a step forward. I'm looking for the spot.
Yeah, you just need someplace new. That's where all your frustration is coming from, is because you're outgrowing Pittsburgh. It's time to move on.
I got you. To where, though? To where that doesn't have these issues?
Well, there is no place that doesn't have issues.
Okay.
There are places
they're gonna have their own set of
issues. Give you different experiences that will grow you as a person. It'll give you different perspectives, because not every place has the same culture.
They don't. I definitely agree with that, though. And I'm looking for a situation where,
like, when I first moved here, I was amazed at the fact that in a lot of the areas, when you walk down the street, just doing that, people actually greet you. They look at you.
I'm not worried about that part.
They don't know you from a can of paint. Hey, how you doing? I'm from New York.
Yeah,
you're not worried about that till you go to a place and they treat you differently than what you're used to being treated.
What I don't want to do is go someplace.
Changes. Your mentality changes. What you think you can accomplish in a day will change just
you
because
gotta
of
open
the
yourself up.
Environment.
Right. But I don't want to go to some place and feel like I could stay in Pittsburgh for this, and I don't want to go someplace and feel, damn, y'all were slower than what I'm used to dealing with. And the only reason I say that because, like, Shane knows I dealt with my boy Alan. Alan was from Pittsburgh. He went to Japan, but
Alan was trying to get you out of Pittsburgh for years.
He was. He definitely was. So he moved to Japan. It was cool. Then he moved to Memphis, and he said, "This shit is slow as fuck. I can't stand it."
Well,
Okay,
he got the opposite effect. He moved to a place that he's been outgrown before he had ever had a chance to get there.
Okay.
But how he wouldn't have known that had he gone. And I'm pretty sure I know he went there for the job. He didn't go there because he had a desire.
No, he went there definitely for the job.
Yeah, he didn't go there because I want to see what it's like in Memphis.
And then I visited them. I visited Memphis to do his wedding as the best man, and the shit was fucking annoying.
Okay, so then that means you just gotta try out a couple places till you figure out what place is progressive and what place you like. Just like you're gonna say, try out some of these new cool pieces of technology that's gonna progress us. You know, whatever you're gonna tell that senior millennial that we're telling you the same thing. But
you want to go place where you can instantly identify everything, or do you want to go someplace where you want to experience something fresh?
I want to experience. All right. So is it bad? I want both. I want to experience something fresh and that I identify with.
That's being double-minded. You'll get nowhere with like that.
Oh my God! You're giving me no answer here. It's not a solution, Shane. It's not a solution. Because if I end up, all right, so for real, when I went to Memphis, because that's where he lives at, I went to Memphis, and I said, hey, I want to play music here, but I never want to live here.
Right.
God damn, like, what do you do with that? I would love to play music there.
You find a place that you would like to, that you would feel comfortable at.
Now, I know all the Tennessee is not backwards like that. I know that for a fact because a racing buddy of mine lives in Tennessee, and he's got a turbo TC that's supposed to make 640 horsepower, plus a black FRS like mine, and he's got a second TC that he's building for his kids. He's got a nice house where he's got a PS4 network where all the TVs and network to play only Gran Turismo.
Okay.
So, and he works in internet security. So that shows you right there, not every place is just the same. You just got to get out and be receptive to something different. That's where it starts. Don't try to size up everything the moment you see it. Just take it in, try to do something.
All right. So this is the 30s perspective. It's like 1:12 in the morning, and I got to work in the morning. So Shane,
so do all of us.
Shane, it was so nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us.
Likewise. Now, you're on Facebook? You got or anything else?
Yes. You see my name here?
Uh-huh.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
She's a singer. She's a singer in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, she's a singer in the world. She's been beyond Pittsburgh.
I enjoyed Pittsburgh for my first 2 years I was there. After that, it got kind of frustrating.
Okay, we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get.
Brandon, we got B Mike over here. And I'm Sherelle Unique, and this is the 30s perspective, and I'm turning this camera off and going to bed.
Turn it off. Me too. I'm going to bed too. I'm going to bed.
I'm out of here.